the little boy was brutally murdered. But all the evidence pointed to his father as the killer. Although Jack pleaded desperately in court, faced with multiple testimonies, he was ultimately sentenced to life in prison. His wife also lost trust in him because of this. Time passed quickly, and 5 years went by. Just when Jack thought he would spend the rest of his life in prison, consumed by guilt for failing to protect his son, a visitor he hadn't seen in 5 years suddenly disrupted his life. His sister-in-law Lisa came to the prison with a photograph to visit him. It turned out that her friend had visited a place called Springfield a few weeks earlier and had taken many photos there. But in one of the photos, there appeared a boy with the same birthmark on his face as Jack's son. Although 5 years had been enough to change his son's appearance somewhat, Jack still recognized at a glance that the boy in the photo was very likely his son. To find his son and clear his name, Jack emotionally demanded to see the warden to explain the situation. But not only did the guards refuse his request, they unceremoniously threw him into solitary confinement. While Jack was still feeling relieved that his son might be alive, the guard quietly took out his phone and sent a message to someone, with the content that someone had come to the prison to visit Jack. After one night, Jack finally met with the warden. The warden seemed to have known Jack for a long time, so he had always been especially considerate toward Jack. However, when Jack said that his son Jason might not be dead, the warden spoke earnestly and said,
«Неужели ты думаешь, что ты первый, кто хватается за любую чушь, лишь бы не верить в очевидное? Ты мне как сын, Дэвид. Я был на суде. ДНК подтверждает, что это Мэтью».
The warden's point was that there was DNA and a corpse as evidence, so it was impossible for Jason to still be alive. All of this was just Jack's delusion. Jack didn't know how to explain it either. His intuition told him that the night his son went missing was not simple. Besides, Lisa would not have come without reason to deceive him with a photograph. The warden seemed to have a good relationship with Jack's father. He said he had promised Jack's father that he would take good care of Jack here, so he didn't want Jack to develop any unrealistic fantasies. As for Lisa, she had already been fired by the Global Daily. Although he didn't know the purpose of her actions, the warden thought it might not be that simple, because it could very well lead Jack to do something rash. However, no matter what the warden said, Jack insisted on reviewing the case files from that year, because he always believed that he could never have killed his own son. Although the warden was convinced that Jason was dead, but the determination in Jack's eyes just now had shaken his own sense of certainty.